So when we're doing the dhikr of the three quls before retiring to bed, do we say the isti'adha and the basmalah, or do we go straight to the three surahs? And what is the arrangement of reading them? Is it ikhlas, falaq, nas, or is it ikhlas, falaq, falaq, and nas? And lastly, Sheikh, the tafel, is it once and then we spit, or is it 3 times we spit, 3 times we spit, and 3 times we spit?
I think I've gone through this. I don't know which class, yeah, Ahmed. Remind me.
It was last Friday, Sheikh, but it was a little bit confusing from what we had learned from you before.
I don't know if somebody had shared with you. Nobody had said to me it's confusing, but I'll repeat that again. Doesn't matter, for the benefit of those who were not there at that time. The Karin Naum. One of the other Karin Naum is to read the 3 Quls. This has been mentioned. 3 Quls, not Quls. Quls. It's been mentioned in the hadith of Uqbah ibn Amir al-Juhani, which are the 3 surahs revealed in the Torah and the Injil and the Zabur and the Quran. Maybe they're not revealed exactly word for word in the Torah and the Injil and the Zabur, but the meaning of them is قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ and قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ and قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. And there is a narration which says you recite them as well 3 times. And there's a narration to mention how to do it. So we go to the one which goes with the extra, and that is to, the hadith says, that is to first blow into them. So I said, and I remember saying this, and I remember Wallah, I said, I didn't say, I said, that's the 1. And then after that, you read the Quls. Means قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. Then you wipe. Then you do that 3 times. Second time, Quls, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. And then you wipe whatever you can. Then 3rd time, قُلْ هُوَ اللَّهُ أَحَدٌ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ الْفَلَقِ قُلْ أَعُوذُ بِرَبِّ النَّاسِ. And then you wipe. I can't make it simpler than that, and I think it's clear. So,
and then the isti'adha and the basmalah, do we say that, or do we go straight to the 3 surahs?
Any surah that you read, you make for it isti'adha. And isti'adha here is once. A'udhu billahi, but not every time you read the surah is isti'adha. So the isti'adha is for the whole 3 times. A'udhu billahi as-sami' al-alim min ash-shaytan ar-rajim min hamzihi qul huwa. But you don't make isti'adha after the second, and isti'adha after the third, and isti'adha after the second surah. Isti'adha.
But the basmalah.
Ya Sheikh, the basmalah is ayah from the Quran. So when we say Bismillah, يعني the Quran, you have to know the basmalah, ya akhi, barakallahu fikum. Al-basmalatu, with the most of the agreement of the scholars, that it is part of the Quran. As a part of the surah differs. Part even of the Fatiha, they differ. But it is in the Quran, it's been there. It's been made to be a separate between a surah and a surah. I cannot say لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد قل أعوذ برب الفلق. I cannot say that. I have to say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim to separate. Now, so
Sheikh, I was going to say crystal clear. No, Jazakallahu khairan. Sorry for cutting you off.
I haven't finished.
Sorry.
So you could mute yourself, and I just haven't finished. I said as well that these scholars had differed. I don't know if you said it or not. Differed regarding this. Some of them, they said, what is the point of blowing and the reciting? It should be the other way around. That is to recite and then blow. But you see, the hadith said so. And we cannot put our intellect into the hadith. Don't make your opinion imposed upon the hadith. Some of the scholars, they have argued, وَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنِ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ. If you recite the Quran, then make isti'adha. But we know the isti'adha is before reciting the Quran. That would be the case. But we have a hadith. Crystal clear where is the nafkh and where is the recitation. This is from one of the narrations. It could be Ibn Hibban. Sheikh al-Albani discussed this. Ibn Hibban or others. Ibn Hibban mentioned the following, that is, let first, he will blow, then recite, then wipe. So we have then it was clear cut. So it's clear cut, you just go with it. And to say what's the point? SubhanAllah, we have lots of hadith where the ruqya starts with the touching, then the recitation. Like for example, Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hadith Aisha radiallahu anha, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whenever he wants to make the ruqya, رب الناس, he would first of all يمسح, he would wipe, and then he would say رب الناس أذهب الباس واشفي أنت الشافي لا شفاء إلا شفاءك شفاء لا يغادر سقما. He would, so just like we wipe before we recite, the same effect like we blow before we recite. So we can't just say what's the point, where is it. So this is the hadith. If it's correct, khalas, we go with it. No need to put our intellect. Why do we wipe over the khuf, not from underneath the khuf? That's how we do it. And that's that's the best thing. When we recite surah, we say isti'aathah, as we're going to talk the isti'aathah inshallah next week. We say the isti'aathah, and basmalah has to be in between the surahs when you recite. You cannot just link قل هو الله أحد to قل أعوذ برب الفلق. If you're making dua, it's different, but this is a recitation of these three quls. You are reciting. Okay, the three quls. Okay, أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن ينفعنا مما قد سمعنا. نعم.